Some kind of encoder error. Okay, there we go. All right. I did not know it had encoder error. I just got a message. But yes, I am live today. Um, so I was looking around PBM, HCTI, and then I'm also looking over here at the signaler. Verb was up here, Xcur. Let's see what we got. Where is this pop? Xcur is looking like it's bundling. I don't know. It's like some really looks like it had a pop right here, 810, and then went down, and it's still just struggling to get the that volume that I want to see at 22%. PBM leading the day right now, 9 million shares. It says the ATR is $1.63, which just does not make sense to me. $1.63 from yesterday, and it is looks like $1.74 today in a $4 stock. I mean, that's a pretty big move for this little stock. I don't think that's true. HCTI, it's a $5 stock, but has an ATR of $3.33. That just doesn't sound right. Verb, I was looking at these levels down here that we marked on the daily chart of possible levels that it could bounce on, but without that volume, that's the only other thing that we'll just be waiting on this morning. Some kind of volume, not volume, catalyst. Xcure still paddling back and forth as well. But Xcure is one that we saw on Friday. I was thinking it would be doing more today, but it's definitely got some potential to pop. Let's go back to the 15-minute. I like the way that looks. Okay, HCTI all the way under 9%, so that one's out of the running. All the way back. I knew it didn't make sense. That ATR was way too big for that. Okay. The PBM Verb coming down here to these 1188s. And since I went through this, let me go through this again on the daily chart, what I was looking at for Verb. So I marked up these levels on the daily chart. 1188 was the tip top of this previous little high. And I zoomed back some. I marked up this previous level here, which it was trading in between. And I don't know what it's going to do when it gets to that 1184. But the volume is pretty light, 1 million shares traded. And all three of these kind of follow the market. So looking at their beta scores, this one PBM traded in the past, closed at 236 yesterday, and now is back up to 479, trading within this little gap fill level, but just is not getting a lot of pickup out of that. Xcure had a top here of the 860s. 860 right here on the 15-minute. So let me Edit 15-minute level. But that is a pre-market level, so I don't know how trustworthy it is. It is looking like it wants to head up there though. Secure 20 something percent. Is it going to get punched down here at that that 15? Lighter volume on that one, up 24%. Verb not doing anything. Okay, PBM. All right, so Xcure. I don't know if we can get up here to 10 though, but it is going towards that top. Still not to the volume that I like. Still not to that volume. I need a little bit more volume here. Up to $9, $9.13, $9.20. We saw it do this before where it popped and dropped. Xcure. Yep. So let's see if it holds. I want to see if it holds this 861 or how's it going to crash back out. Filling that gap there. Crashed out quite a bit, huh? Verb. This one continues to do kind of like a walk down. Took his time dragging here, had a little bit of a pop for the test of the 5, and now it's back under 5, looking towards this 450. Xcure back to 17% up. Nobody's really on that one. Let's go look at the signals, see what's popping. Looks like all of the popping happened, 416 earlier before anybody was really up looking at the market. I guess there were some people up there though, because Verb was popping a couple of times. Got the most pops during this session with his COMScope holding. Let's see what the news is there. Reports 2025 results, so that's earnings. But that's not just its news, that's somebody else's news too, APH and Comp. All right, so let's see what this thing is, what it does, where it's from. CommScope Holding provides infrastructure solutions for communications, data center, and entertainment networks. Company operates in these segments: connectivity, cable solutions, networking, intelligent cellular and security solutions, and access network solutions. The CCS segment provides fiber optic and copper connectivity and cable solutions for use in telecommunications. Okay. So this, let's see, who are they providing for? So CommScope Holding Company, Inc. operates in the United States, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, Caribbean, blah, blah, blah. All right. The company was formerly known as Cedar One Holding Company and changed its name to CommScope. All right. It's a holding company. I don't know how good that's going to be. Let's keep going. PBM. It's up 42%. Let me go check that float too. Let's just keep seeing it. Oh no, that float is way too high. 189.307 in the 307 million in the float. It's too high. Way too high. Yeah, execute all the way back down. Could not get any life in there. Only up 10% now. Let's go back up to the top. What else is popping here? ARTL. We've seen this one before. ARTL. This one right here, ARTL, popped up to a high of 16, came back down here to around 13. Let's look at the daily chart for this. I don't know if it has any news. Looks like they're doing a private placement to initiate Solana Treasury. So this is with crypto news. Crypto news here. All right, it's up 23%. Closed yesterday at 1020, and it's at 1280 right here. I guess I put possible support there at 1280. But opening up a Solana type deal. Okay, let me continue to look through these. Where did I stop? ARTL, Sava. Let's see anything else. Nope, nope, nope. All right. So this one, let's see if it can compete. 29%. Running up the bag. Verb wasn't able to do it. ARTL, this is the one, man. Let's look at the 15 minute. 15 minute had a low down here of 1007. $13.01, so it looks like it could have some range. Hit a high up there at 16, but coming back down to the ATR high around that 1280 level. Definitely need some more volume, but we're catching them. We want to see them before they get all the volume, just so we can check them out. ATR closed at $2.53 yesterday, and today the ATR. Let's see if it popped up on the scans yet. Did not. What is the float here? What's that float? ARTL. Float is under a million though. It is under a million. Everything going down except this one. Let's go to the 5 minute. Okay, so it's holding just a little bit here. 1280 coming back down here. It's what, 1215s. Is it going to give up the ghost on today? Could it start holding this 1272? Right now it doesn't have it doesn't have like a boatload of information here. Jumping back through that a little bit at that 1280, getting punched down. 24%. Can you hold up 1280s? Doing a lot of wicks. Right now, point of control is at 1288. Bouncing back down there real quick. Let's see how this closes. Surprised ARTL isn't on my skin yet. Let me go refresh this. It may be there. Because it's got range. It is following the market though. So if the market's going down, it'll go down. But the market's going up, it should find support. Yeah, I don't know why it's not up there actually. It needs more volume. That's what it is. Okay. That is what it is. So it tested this 450, but this walk down it doesn't look like it's ended yet. It's got to make some higher lows. Bird just doing his thing, going back and forth. ARTL continued to go on down. Maybe it'll get some more volume down here. Maybe it'll get some type of catalyst. Some other type of catalyst. But I mean, right now that Solana news is what's kind of holding it up. Where is ARTL from? All right, so it is a biotechnology company, Artilio Biosciences Inc., a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company, develops and commercializes therapeutics to target lipid signaling in the United States. The company's product candidate pipeline includes ARTL 2713, a synthetic dual cannabinoid, okay, so cannabinoid G protein coupled receptor. I remember seeing this: pain, epilepsy, insomnia. Okay. Out of Solana Beach, California. Wait, are they? Oh, wow. They're out of Solana Beach, California, and the crypto name is Solana. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Bird, what you got going on down here? We had a previous high up here of the 12. Oh, this is a different one on Verve. 1165. So it actually hit that level, but still kind of low volume down here. But it's up 33% on Verve with no catalyst. Mm. I'm wondering, could it get spicy back over this towards that 13? It's tested each side of this, and so you know I want to see what happens if it comes back down here. Does it hold again? It's got 1 million shares traded on it. Do they have any shelf registrations on them or anything like that? I wonder. For VEB or VRB. Okay, shelf registration, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no publicly shelf registrations. Okay. What about reverse splits? These are steady, these are lower lows down here. So yeah, it made a higher high, but after making 3 lower lows. So we'll see. All right, as of August 4th, there are no up-to-date validated public data confirming the exact number of reverse splits Verb Technology has performed. This is Verb Technology, right? Yep. Okay, so no number there. Oops. It's volume, man. The volume isn't feeding in. It might be a lighter volume day for it or something, but it's probably because it's missing a catalyst. Probably. Okay, PBM came down to this 450 level. What was 450? That's the bottom side of the gap down there, 450. 9 million shares. We did see this one before. Oh, PBM. This one had news that the biotech holdings, blah, blah, blah. What were they actually working on? Guidance phase 2 pharma. Okay, science, biomedical, botanical, psychedelic. Oh yeah, this is the one where you can get your brain reset. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. Okay, so right now it's at the bottom of that gap down there at 450. Is this the first time it's been down here today? It is. With 9 million shares on deck, I may end up playing this around this 450 level. See if it can turn around this 450 a little bit. So I think it's going to end up falling throughout the rest of the day. But is it worth it? Looking at these candle sizes, how far could it actually go? Back up to 460, back up to this 464. I mean, 10 cents maybe. We don't know, but we know it's up 90%. We know it's definitely walked down, fallen, walked back up, fallen a little bit more. So coming down there, hitting that 447, and this 450 could become some type of resistance. That's a lower low. Yeah, I'm going to see how far that goes down. $444. There we go. There's a little bit of a pop back up, 450. The bottom was at 444. Ah. Oh, did not click that right. 450 right at it. It's gonna find a nail here. I clicked it, but it was on my setting was on day, so I'm gonna give it a second. Feeling that little gap there. Are you going to continue to walk down? Giving it a little second. I had wanted to enter right before it hit that 450, but it is what it is. I'm gonna enter little bits, but we will wait. Let's go back over here. Yeah, that volume's drying up on that one. Okay, so it's coming back 450. See how it holds this previous bottom 443s. This one has no catalyst though. So what would be the reasoning for people to buy this one back up? I mean, we've seen it before. People buy it back up and then it's like, oh great, you know, it's going to the moon. But does it really have gasoline behind it to get bought up? Good morning, Donnell. Bobby D, what's up? What's up? Yeah, we still at it. So I've been working all around on trading, not just um, you know, small caps, but I mean, building portfolios, you know, it's been years of just, you know, getting positions, getting set up for future returns. And so I've just been pretty much trading every style that there is, holding long term, trading a little bit over here on the small caps. You know, it's one of those things. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's just been a building process where you know I built up my dividends, built up my crypto, built up everything else around it. So you know, just chilling, letting everything ride out and refill the accounts. How have you been, Bobby D? You've been changing the world, kicking down doors, you know, getting active out here in these streets. Yeah, I don't know about Verb. It's gonna need a catalyst. Both of these are gonna need a catalyst, but I'm waiting. Let's jump back over to the signals. Scroll down here. Okay, we stopped around ATRL, VSAT, XCure, Wayfair. What is Wayfair? Announced a second that looks like earnings. Zep, ZEPP Health Corporation. That's more earnings. Coop, FSLR. Okay, so not really seeing anything else that is a small cap during pre-market. Everything else is like a super high float. Like this one, 189 million in the float. And then the other ones we saw just didn't make sense. They're like $2 stocks that said they do an average of 75 cents per day. How? How? It just doesn't make sense for them to be that volatile. Verve going back up there, but it's on low volume. I don't trust it. 34%. It's done these pops before. We see how they pretty much put a nail out there and they got hammered down. Nail, hammer, nail, hammer. Let's look at the 15-minute. All of these top and tails on the 15-minute. Not looking great. Up to, where did it just go? 1320 all the way up here to 1390. Nail, nail, nail. Let's see the hammer. previous level it was struggling with was this 1343. Let's jump down to the 5 and the 1. Just got up here and then just volume just dies. That's crazy. But look over here. Whoa. The ask and the bid are super low. 1329. It popped all the way back down. Wow. Look at that bid and ask. That spread there. That's not what you want. So they put the nail out there and the hammer came. Let's jump back to the 15. So this was that nail and hammer we've been seeing, jumping up there to 1392 and crashing all the way back down in seconds. It's almost 7 o'clock. So we'll see if anything new pops up with some catalysts, man. If not, it is what it is. I was gonna give PBM a try, but just no catalyst, man. On Monday morning, nothing's dropping. They can hold up. We saw some things with catalysts, but they're under the ocean's floor right now. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Only 1 million shares traded on this one and got totaled. Maybe it'll be something during the intraday. Maybe something will pop off on it. They will get it through these levels that it's been testing of the 1330, but just no gasoline. All right, let's jump over to our calendar and check for IPOs today. Does not look like any IPOs today. Let's go to news feed. Okay, August 2nd, August 3rd. Okay, Nvidia stock soars amid China challenges and AI demand. Quantum computing news, Japan's $335 million bet on new milestones, signal sector growth. Baidu, Robotech. Wait, no, this is some combined news there. Okay, Tesla, BMW CEO, iX3 electric SUV will be industry benchmark. Okay, that's what they say. That's all from yesterday. Okay, Tesla. Tesla committee approves award of 96 million shares of restricted stock to CEO Musk. Special compensation action or act oh my goodness, special compensation package for Elon Musk. Guess they're trying to get him on out of there, I guess. Okay, stock movers. Nvidia China AI chip market share will fall to 54%, says Bernstein. Maybe. All right, let's go to the front page and see what we see. All right, U.S. says rare earth talks with China halfway there. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer said rare earths were a key focus in recent U.S.-China trade talks. Tesla approves near 30 billion stock award for Musk. Matter of fact, tell me about that. Tell me about this compensation package for Musk. All right, absolutely. This is a fascinating and timely question. Elon Musk's compensation at Tesla has been the headline topic in 2025. Okay, so here's the package overview. Tesla's board has announced it will begin the process to award Elon Musk over 96 million Tesla shares compensation. This comes after a year's debate of legal battles over his previous 56 billion pay package, which was overruled by Delaware courts in 2024. So 96 billion. Previous, he had 56 billion pay package. So he's going up. Never mind. I thought they were getting rid of him. It looks like they are giving him some more juice. All right, key details. Award size over 96 million Tesla shares. Vesting holding period. Must hold these shares for 5 years, except for covering tax payments or the purchase price. No double dippings. If the Delaware court reinstates the original 56 billion package, Musk must forfeit this new award. Context: Musk hasn't received meaningful compensation since 2017. The board emphasizes retaining him as CEO during a critical period for Tesla. Here's a summary table. So shares awarded 96 million, holding period 5 years, legal status pending antitrust approval, court rulings. Previous package 56 billion, overruled by Delaware court in 2024. New next steps shareholder meeting in November. All right, insights. This package is designed to incentivize Musk to stay at Tesla amid declining sales and strategic inflection points. The board's move signals strong support for his leadership, but legal uncertainties remain. Takeaway: Musk compensation remains complex and fluid, tied closely to both legal outcomes and Tesla's future performance. The outcome of the Delaware court decision and shareholder votes later this year will be pivotal. Okay, let's go back over to the front page. That's a pretty big package, man. 96 billion. That's They're trying to get. They do not want him to leave. They do not want him to leave at all. All right, so let's see. Morgan Stanley buys stocks and dip. Tesla brand loyalty collapsed after Musk backed Trump. Um, Joe Joby to acquire Blade Air's passenger business. Job market worries and focus as earnings season rolls on. U.S. Treasury rally pauses with 125 billion of bond sales due. Boeing defense union strikes for the first time since 1996. Let's see. Crypto firms, meat packers, and all this stuff. All right. Billionaire pleads guilty in gift scandal that rattled Singapore. Okay. Tyson. How much is Tyson? 52, 53. Tyson Foods, they've sold a lot of chicken, man. Oh my goodness. Their chart. TSN. All right, so Tyson was once up at, was this 2022, up at 100 something dollars. It's come back down to 50 something now. Do they pay a dividend? Let me check that. Dividends. Verifying, right? TSN. Payouts. Let's see. Tyson qualified dividend started back in 1989. And building out here. 4 cents a quarter, is that right? 10 cents a quarter, 15, 22, 37, 42. Okay. So about 50 cents a quarter for $50. So how much is that monthly? 50 divided by 3. Be about 16 cents monthly. So on a yearly basis, 16 times 12. Not $16, 16 cents. 16 times 12. $1.92 per year. $50. I mean, I guess the dividend would be consistent. I guess if you had 100 shares of it, then it would be a lot more significant, maybe 1,000 shares. But I mean, consistency is key, right? All right, so PBM just still playing around that 450 level. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take it. I was going to take it small just to see what it would do, but I think I would have been dancing with the devil a little bit. All right, so more nails, more hammers came through. It closed lower than this 1330. And volume's still pretty dry over here. Let's go to signals. It is past 7 o'clock, so we hit the top of the hour. And a whole bunch of new things popped up. Let's see, we got 7 o'clock. Where are those 20% movers? Immune bios up 18%. BioCris is up 8%, and then ON, oh, that's super cheap, like 50 cents. All right, so Bio, what is your news over here? Earnings news, financial results. Yeah. You guys are seeing anything else, definitely dropping into the chat as far as movers that could be going under the radar on your scans. Because I'm just not seeing anything with range or catalysts right now. I think it's because of this descending move from last week. People are just sitting on their hands this Monday morning to see, hey, are we going to get continuation down, or is this going to be, a resting point, a resting period, or resurgence back up? I don't know. Let's look at Bitcoin as well and the crypto world. Trading view. So Bitcoin did fall off a little bit from, it got to a high of 123 and now came back down to 114. Definitely got punched a little bit. Ethereum still hovering at the top side of its move. Sol not really back up there yet. Yeah, just in a wait and see period on crypto until the market wants to resurge again, I guess. Gold still making this move up. What was that stock? What was it? NAM that I was looking at the other week. That was the Zambia gold. They got a gold mine down there, and I was like, oh man. I played it a little bit, but it just couldn't get any buying. Its float was high, and it got later on in the day, and it just would not end up ripping any. So, and plus they didn't have like a float. They had shares outstanding, but they had no float. They were missing information as well. I was looking for them to definitely get up, but they could not. And now they're under $4. 11 million shares moving like this, inching around. Well, I haven't looked at XOXL and XOXS in a wow. XOXL gapped up overnight, even with all this movement on the spot to the downside. Okay, so I guess there is still hope somewhere. We'll see who's coming out with earnings today as well. All right, so let's look for these notable names. So we saw Tyson Foods when I looked at that. Kumus, Energizer. Is that Energizer like the Energizer Bunny? Maybe. Blackstone Minerals. WT Offshore. WTI Offshore Q2 earnings. No really big names for aftermarket or before market except for Tyson that I'm seeing, or not big names to me. Maybe you see some that are notable to you. Look at this. So last Thursday. Yeah, I traded that on Friday when it was actually moving. Maybe that is from Friday. Can't be. 11 a.m. Oh yeah, it's definitely from Friday. Okay. Saturday, last Saturday, yesterday. Let's say that's crazy. LLY, Exxon. Tesla has many issues. It may go below 300 soon. Yeah, this is just traders talking in the lounge. But I don't think anybody is confident in anything they're saying right now. Not with how all this stuff is moving. Let's see. Okay. Well, Monday morning pre-market looking a little dry for sure. So he's trying to get them to stop buying oil from Russia and Iran, according to reports. It's just so hard because like they have so much of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you really just stop them? I don't know. Just money talks, but I think eventually they're gonna start back buying, or they're gonna just smuggle it. It's not like we got border like super duper border control between these places. Not everywhere. Unless he's gonna build a wall over there too. But then, let's see. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer. Trump imposed a 50% tariff on semi-finished copper products starting August 1st. Trump's tiered approach. So, a recent White House announcement of new tariff rates underlined an emerging Trump approach of grouping countries. The two most common levels are nations facing 10 and 15% tariffs, with other bespoke rates higher up the chain. Okay, so 35. So Canada 35%, 25%. Let me see. Ooh. So Brazil was 50%, and then they announced a rate of 10, 10, 15. Pretty much everybody that is south looks like they're 25 and down, except Mexico. Yeah, Mexico is definitely still over 10 at 30% there. Parts of Africa, let's see. Everybody getting swatted. All right. Kazakhstan. CINMB, we see that again, 36%, but it's a cheaper one. Transcode. Newegg Commerce, they've just been steadily moving up the past couple of months. Okay. Yeah, Monday may have to shake its legs out a little bit. PBM got away from that 450. So glad I did not get into that. It's still just walking down. Never did make that higher level at 450. Verb. Another one that just going flat. Okay. Anyway, about 10 minutes left. I have sat here. This pre-market definitely wasn't the hottest, but it's a good sign that maybe there'll be a little bit more, people sitting back on their hands and thinking about things. Maybe there'll be a little bit more direction when something does hit. Everybody just attacks it all together. Um, but I'm just not seeing a combined attack this morning on something that has range and news and that isn't so cheap that you could just get chopped out of it. Okay, let's see. It's like a Chinese company, Wang and Lee Group. Mid-Pace Holdings. And these are the catalysts that they have: raised full year guidance, trash, momentum from prior session gains, continue rally from previous day, follow through buying, rebound after sharp prior day drop. Okay. NEDP is trash. LCFY is also trash. What, all of these it's crazy. You know what, let's do this. $1 trillion shares, or 1 million shares traded in volume of 20% with okay. Yeah. All right, well, that's all it's got for me. Can't force anything. All right, so I'm definitely bored of looking at this. You're gonna continue trading. Definitely keep your head on a swivel. I'm about to check out because, yeah, this is I can do other things. But yeah, I will definitely keep my eyes open if anything pops up. But if it does pop up, it may be kind of like a late popper, because most of the things that we see that have good continuation, they're moving in pre-market, whether up or down. They're moving and they're moving big. So we may get some kind of random popper today. And I just don't want to go through the process that I normally do, go through the thesis, go through the analysis, and look for those obvious levels on the daily charts first. And then if any levels are formed during the intraday, kind of definitely try to capitalize on those. But yeah, see, like these little cheap ones that are popping up, 28%, but it's 45 cents. That's just, all right. But some of these do have catalysts out here, like, whoops, like this one right here, Foresight. It says Foresight, an Indian drone manufacturer, win grant for $5 million project to commercialize autonomous industrial drones. I mean, yeah, but you're 45 cents. So maybe it'll just run through the roof and go to the moon on Monday morning. But with the way that the market has been moving, it's just highly unlikely. Plus, this is the first time. This pre-market has popped up. This like column right here has 15 ARTL 5 and all this. Looking for those multiple strikes. Looking at it spiking, getting multiple spikes up without facing any, super dumps back to the downside like we've been seeing all morning. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Just tired of looking at this, to be honest. And as always, if you're gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Elon getting his $96 billion payment package. We'll see if Tesla can wrangle him in and keep him there. I think they can. I really think that his heart is in Tesla, and he doesn't really want to leave. But push comes to shove, he may just get on a plane, go and fly out to one of the 10 islands that he owns and stay there for a while and come back to society in 5 years. But anyway, we're going to continue to keep our eyes open. And as always, the beginning of the month is here. We haven't really taken many trades. I took one trade on NAM, but it was a higher flow. It barely moved. I got green, but it just barely moved, man. Anyway, that is it for today. And as always, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow morning. Pre-market. That's it. Let's go ahead and yo, hold up, 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 hold up. I just saw Verb get some news here. Verb, what, what? Okay, hold up, man. Both of these just got news. Verb shot up to $20 from where it was just a minute ago. Boy, what's the news here? Verb Technology announces a approximately 5.58 million or 558 million private placement to establish first publicly listed TON treasury strategy. Boy, these things, I promise you, they're just so. All right, so we've seen this crypto type messaging before, and now this thing is up 100 something percent. Very unpredictable, for sure, for sure. Look at this daily chart real quick. This thing just popped from where we were looking at it with no news, popped up here to 20 something dollars. In one candle, one 1 minute candle from 12.37 up to 21.40. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let them get some trading, man. I'm gonna let them do some trading. Anyway, I keep my eye on it during the day, but you know, we'll see how it does. Ton isn't the best crypto. I mean, I've looked at Ton. It's not. Let's go actually look at Ton and see what they're actually trading for. Let me see if they have it in here. Tell me about the crypto. Oops. Tell me about the crypto Ton. Not the best crypto. You never looked at Ton. Well, for those folks that are new to crypto, I guess they would jump into that. Let's see. Absolutely great choice. Okay, the Open Network is one of the more intriguing blockchain crypto or projects. Crypto space. Ton is a decentralized blockchain platform originally developed by the Telegram team. The core aim is to provide fast, scalable, and user-friendly blockchain solutions for payments, decentralized applications, and digital asset management. After Telegram stepped back due to regulatory issues, the open source community took over, and Ton it has evolved rapidly since. Here's a quick breakdown. Feature description: high scalability. Ton uses a unique sharding technology, allowing it to process millions of transactions per second by splitting the network into multiple shards. Fast transactions are confirmed in seconds, making it suitable for payments and real-time applications. User-friendly ecosystem. Ton aims for mass adoption with easy wallet integration, simple interfaces, and support for Telegram bots. Decentralized storage. It offers a built-in decentralized file storage solution. Think of it as a blockchain-based cloud storage. Smart contracts and DApp supports advanced smart contracts and growing ecosystem of decentralized apps. Okay, so let's go and actually look at Ton here. Ton. I don't think they're on Coinbase yet. USD. Okay, is this? I don't. I'm on the right one. TON. KuCoin. Bitfinance. Are they all about the same? Yeah, 349. Okay. So this is the stock here, $3.49 that everybody's dumping into. We'll have to see. It's throwing up wicks right now. So the high was 22.45, threw a wick up here, but Ton just isn't. I looked at Ton like what 4 years ago. I was like, I don't know about this, man. Especially when they came up with the issues that they were having in their ecosystem. I was like, I don't know, man. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on down. I just saw it pop up, that's why I jumped back in, but it is what it is. Crazy pop though. 100 something percent. But I think these people are gonna get slammed on. Xcure just popped up. Oh, it finally made it. Okay, Xcure is not doing anything. They just finally made it to 5 RVOL. Not even a million shares traded on it yet. I think Verb is going to be the top mover, especially when as shorts get on top of it. I think they can ride this down quite a bit. Quite a bit. Look at all that volume pouring in there right there. Point of control is all the way down here still on the 1 minute at 12.63. But it is pumping on in there. Pumping on in there. I think it can definitely return to the graveyard for sure. Especially once people go and read what Ton actually is. gonna pump down. It might take its time. I mean, with it being up this much, I imagine there are plenty of sell orders down here to be filled that it jumped over that are not limit orders or not in the extended hours. Anyway, still a boring morning. This one popped up. You know, the news is not great. I would suggest y'all go and look at Ton and see what they're actually investing in. They're putting a lot of money in there. 558 million private placement to establish. Let's actually see, do they actually have the money or are they trying to raise the money here? So upsize an oversubscribed pipe offering by Verb. So this is a offering by Verb. Expected to deliver expected to deliver 558 million in gross proceeds. Okay, so they're expecting to make money here. Okay, I'm good. The company is expected to create the first publicly traded treasury reserve of Ton coin, the native cryptocurrency, the open network blockchain. Deeply experienced team. Okay, we don't care. Over 110 institutional whatever that we don't care about. Yeah, they are trying to make this money today. So yeah, be a part. You know, donate. Make your donation to their little treasury here, because I'm guaranteeing that they're probably gonna dump. Oh, let's just continue reading because I'm seeing 951 down here. All right, so Las Vegas Verb today announced pricing of upsize whatever. Okay, so the company has entered into a PIPE transaction with institutional and accredited investors for the purchase and sale of approximately 58.7 million shares of common stock. So they're selling this onto the market at the purchase price of $9.51 per share. Now, how far is it away from that? Well, $10 away from $9.51. Reflecting the closing market price as of August 1st for expected gross proceeds of approximately $558 million. Following the closing of the transaction, which is expected to occur August 7th, so in 3 days, subject to customary closing conditions, the company intends to use the majority of the net proceeds of the offering to acquire Ton. So they don't even have Ton yet. They're going to go and buy this with your money. Let's see. Enabled to generate sustainable staking rewards, blah, blah, blah. Earlier this year, Ton Foundation that announced that Ton would become the exclusive blockchain powering Telegram's ecosystem. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to just let them play. They're supposed to be closing on the 7th in 7 days or in 4 days or whatnot, whatever it is. Yeah, 3 days. And that's gonna get that looks a little fishy. It looks a little fishy. To be honest. Will they make all the money that they want? I believe they will, because they probably started selling up here at 22. And I don't know if it's gonna go back to 22. But yeah, the float on Verb. Let me look back at that float real quick. It was 1.29 million. Definitely an unpredictable move out of there. Nobody could have. Well, I'm sure with somebody was expecting something with these little spikes, but to just go off of that in this little flatness, there's no way you could have known that without some other type of news. But you know, it is what it is. They're gonna make their money. I'm not hating on them. You know, I'm not one of the shorts plotting on their downfall. So it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to jump. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. I saw Donnell, he said Verb. I was like, Verb, what's going on? And then I looked over and I was like, wait a minute, 100%. Wasn't it just at like 20%? Yeah. But yeah, that's it for me today. And as always, once again, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.